It's a little bit fortuitous. I don't know if it's a good thing or it's a bad thing when I managed to talk about a reading earlier in the week that we're going to read that week. So I know I've said something about the and I can't remember where. It might have been here. It might have been elsewhere. This image isn't it a funny image that in heaven, the Ezekiel's vision of heaven as a place of overabundance, is a place where the fruit trees bear fruit every month, and all of their leaves are medicinal, and the river teems with all kinds of fish, and the river pours itself out into the Dead Sea, and it makes the Dead Sea fresh water. You know, and again, as opposed to our understanding of paradise, is this place where it's not just that you have all the medicine that you need. You don't need medicine. Where you have all the food that you need, but instead you don't necessarily need food. Or you have all the fresh water you want, as opposed to we don't really need the water. And it's not that one view of heaven is more or less correct than the other. It's just coming at it from a different perspective. But I think Ezekiel is only partially giving us this vision. Or Ezekiel was given this vision only partially so that we might know what heaven is like. But instead, it's given as a foreshadowing of the cross of Jesus Christ. Because it's been pointed out by father after father after father, the river flows from the right side of the temple, and Jesus on the cross is pierced on his right side, and out of that comes the blood and water that redeems the world. There's also there is also a prefigurement of baptism here, in that the waters of the Jordan River, I believe, but the waters of the river make the salt sea, the Dead Sea, fresh. It takes this thing that was dead and makes it alive. It takes this thing that was inhospitable, incapable of life, and makes it alive. It takes this thing that, is as much a liability as it is an asset, and makes it something you can now live around. In the same way, the waters of baptism were purified by not only the baptism of Jesus, but also by his blood, so that we might be saved and we might be redeemed as well.